that come together cover.
It was in the Justice League, the movie. Did you see that movie?
Yep.
So he'd never even done that song before, and they came to him and asked him to do this song.
So how was your day, sir?
It was good.
It was good. Mine was just long. Yeah. Sitting at that desk trying to help people get things right, and nobody wants to fucking listen. I want to do it my way. What? Why? Why do you want to do it your way? Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. How about some Springbank Scotch?
Whatever you're pouring. Whatever you're pouring. That's enough. What you trying to do? Get me drunk?
Trying. If that gets you drunk, we're in trouble.
For real.
You ever smoked one of these? The Lower Aurora 1903 to 2018, the 115?
Yeah, yeah.
Jay's got those.
Yeah. And we got them from we got them at, what's the name, too?
Sorry, folks.
You're talking, big guy. It's him and him alone.
Who?
It's him and him alone. It's him and him alone. It's him. What? I was reading a review on this Mike Dicker, and the last thing I saw down there was Dallas Cowboys. I was like, what? I was getting ready to throw this stick. But it said it's reminiscing to the days when Dicker played for the Cowboys. Okay.
Hey, so did you see that name of the Redskins, the Possum?
Yeah, the Possum.
Dude, they play dead. No, they play dead at home and get killed on the road. I thought that was perfect.
Yeah. I said that is cold-blooded, man.
Try a little bit of this Springbank. Ooh, man, I forgot how good that is. I haven't drank any of that in a while. It's got some floral to it, and it's got just a little peaty. You know what I mean? That peat's not overwhelming. Yeah, it comes in on the back end.
Yep.
But it's not like, you know.
And they're going to knock you out.
Yeah. That's really my favorite is out of my price range. Have you had the Dewar's 21?
Yeah. Whoo. It was up there at on one of them Thursdays at the Leaf. When those older guys brought some of that in.
Dude, that was amazing.
It was.
When just smelling that, I was like, I know that smell, but I don't know what it is. And then it hit me. It was chocolate covered cherries.
We were sitting there that night.
No.
No, because you was talking. Yes.
Well, I might have been there.
You saw
but I had that experience out there at Paul's house because Ed brought that out there one night.
And I think that was Ed that brought it in there that night.
Probably so.
Hey, we tilted back there. We tilted back there.
All right.
We need to make that right, man.
Well, get your ass over here and fix
dude,
it.
It ain't enough room in that corner for nothing to mind.
I ain't getting up, tearing it down. Look, on the screen, you can't tell. So, hey, that dude's name that invited you on his show, let me look that up. Oops, that's not Mel. Let's see. David Bryant, last week's winner, claimed his prize today.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, now all he has to do is send a picture. Send a picture.
Man, I got so many freaking emails. There, I think it's John. John Whitfield.
John Whitfield.
Yeah, he says, nope. That's a different guy. Oh, no, that's him. He says, I'm taking you up on your offer for equipment. Currently hosting 2 podcasts, John's Lonely Podcast and 2 Bros Podcast.
Okay.
And he says, on another note, I want to ask Bryant if he would be a guest on John's Lonely Podcast.
2 bros, yeah. John's lonely. Nah, bro. Nah.
I don't know what.
Nah.
Hey.
Nah.
I don't know what 2, or I get what 2 Bros is.
Yeah.
But what John's Lonely Podcast is.
Nobody wants to be his friend.
Hey, What are you wearing?
A gun.
A 45.
Yes. No, 44.
But I was looking at 44 bags earlier this week.
Outrageous.
Dude, the one I wanted was actually a pretty decent deal. $800.
For real?
Smith & Wesson L frame.
Blue to silver?
Nickel.
Nickel?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Polished nickel. The only thing I didn't like about it, though, it was machine engraved, and I don't like machine engraved. If you want to spend the money and have it done by hand, which takes it out of my price range, yes, because I haven't seen a hand engraved gun for less than $3,500.
Yeah, because the time and the effort,
oh,
and the skill it takes to do that.
I follow this chick on Instagram. Uh-huh. No, I'm sorry, on TikTok, that does hand engraving on pistols and rifles. But dude, she is amazing. I mean, that's a lost art. You know what I mean? You don't have a lot of people doing that anymore.
At all.
Hey, Luke, what's our first topic about? What you smoking? There you go. What you smoking, big boy? Hey! You want me to start the timer? Brian, what you should do, hold your cigar up where it's between me and you. Look. Right here. Have me in the background drinking.
Always. Hold up. Hold it. Got it. Always.
How's that look? I should be way out of focus, I hope.
No, you weren't. Rob in his natural habitat.
Ooh, no, I wasn't tilting the bottle.
That's true. He's in the foliage.
Just so you know, though, see, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I was going to say, don't you wish you knew which bottles I tilted up before I served us?
It's alcohol. Ain't nothing up there under 80 proof, is it?
Dude, I was watching some Bill Burr earlier.
Yeah.
And he was talking about first ladies. You know, the president.
The wives.
Yeah. And he's like, what happened in our generation? You know, when you go back to Carter, we don't even know who his wife was. We go back to Nixon.
Joan.
You go back to, yeah, but they weren't like, you know, easing into the camera space all the time. They weren't coming up with their own things. Yeah. And some women in the crowd were like, whoa. But here's the thing, you know, I mean, we elected this dude, not his wife.
But they were happy with that with Nancy. She came out with
here's the thing.
Say no to drugs.
Yeah, that sucked. That was stupid. That worked out real well, didn't it? You want to argue on that behalf?
No, I really don't. I really don't. That started the crack epidemic.
Let me tell you something. Here's the best first lady that we've had that I know of, the one we got now, because she don't talk, she don't do nothing. She stays out of the limelight. Of course, that's probably not by choice, but
I think it is by choice. She don't want to be.
I don't even think she wants to be there.
She doesn't.
I mean,
in the beginning, she didn't. She made that statement. She was staying in New York. She wasn't coming to D.C.
Right. Nay, I don't want to be in D.C. I don't blame her.
She didn't want that limelight. She
no,
didn't. She was happy. She was happy where she was.
Dude, think about the life before going to the White House. She had it made in the shade, and now you're going to make me go do all this drama
and
BS?
For the rest of her life now, she has men that are going to follow her everywhere she goes.
Ooh, nobody wants that.
Nope. She can't do anything without that crew following her everywhere she goes.
Unless she, like, ducks out the bathroom window at the diner.
And guess what?
What?
They got dudes out in the back in Suburbans. When she duck out, they just gonna lay back a little bit further, think she getting away. They still watching her.
Ain't like in the movies. Hey, but you know what was funny when Bill Burr said that about first ladies need to sit there, shut up, and shake their head like good little women. He said their place is in the kitchen.
No, it isn't.
That's what he said. So, but wait a minute. He followed it up with, so I've got a leak in my bathroom. I call in a plumber.
True.
He says the toilet's leaking because of this and this and this and this. And his wife shows up and says, I don't know anything about plumbing, but I think you should do this. No. Get your ass back in the car. You get the point.
I got what you're saying.
So I feel the same way. First lady ain't done nothing to earn other than putting up with her husband. That's what I'm saying. You got an ashtray? Yeah, I cleaned that out for you earlier today.
You just asked did I have an ashtray when I pulled it in front of me.
Well, I'm like, get it.
You are that dude, man. You know that? You are that dude.
Pull up next to you. You got a flat tire on the side of the road. What, you got a flat? Nope. The other three just blew up on me.
They don't want to act right. The other three are projects.
All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right. So when I say go, or actually you yell at me when go and we'll roll into it. Huh? Yeah, but I need to know so I can hit the button. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have co-host Bryant Falconer in the house. How you doing today, Bryant?
Hey, man, I'm doing good.
Awesome, bro. Man. So let's jump right in and tell everybody what we're smoking today.
Today I'm smoking the Camacho Dicka series.
Oh, yeah. One of the cigars that was for a recognition of the all-time great football coach, football player,
Mike Ditka. With the coach part.
He was a great player.
No, he was with the Cowboys.
He might have been with the Cowboys, but he was a mean dude.
Oh, he was. It translated over to his coaching career.
He didn't put up with nobody.
Guff. Same thing with Singletary, who came under who? Mike Ditka. And when he's with the 49ers, he told, what's his name, Davis, he said, man, you can take my equipment off on right here on the sideline and go to the right. And dude's like, really? He said, get off the field.
Get off the field.
That's that mentality that's needed today. Shoot.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm smoking.
You know what? That's really missing in the NFL these days.
Not just the NFL, the NBA, MLBA, soccer, everybody wants a participation trophy. What?
Exactly.
We had to win, and if you didn't win, you just came back next season. You practice all off season to get better.
But when you didn't win, you also had to run laps.
You had to shake hands and then run laps.
Hey, hand me that Bugatti lighter, would you? Thank you.
It's a done deal. But that's missing today, man. Everybody thinks they're entitled. So let me stop. Get off of the soapbox, Brian. Get off of the soapbox.
Hey, so just so everybody knows, today I'm smoking the La Aurora 115, which is the anniversary cigar from La Aurora from 1903 to 2018.
Yes, sir. That's a good stick.
This is a beauty, man.
Yes,
this wrapper, smooth and oily. I'm digging it.
I'm glad you're digging it.
I'm digging it, man. So I'm going to toast the foot up here.
With a what type of lighter?
With the Bugatti lighter. With the Studio Bugatti. And in case, I don't think we talked about it last week on the show.
Nope.
So the Bugatti lighter they actually have a division of Bugatti that just does lighters. Mm-hmm. And you can tell by looking at them, they're inspired by their cars.
Oh, yeah. Engineering. You can look at that. That is an engineered piece of art.
Yes, it really is. And what I love about it is, you can angle the head so you can straight torch it or you can curve it. Mm-hmm. And then the adjustment is right where your thumb goes. So you don't have to be fumbling around looking for it.
Thinking about the user. I don't have to. Where's the adjustment? Flipping it up, turning it around, looking on the side, looking up under it. Oh, it's right here where my thumb is.
Always. You know what? I'll tell you what's funny though. When I first got this lighter, I was looking for it because I wasn't used to it being where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
So you guys don't really know me and Bryant that well unless you're regular listeners to the podcast.
Yes, sir.
But so let's introduce ourselves and talk about how we got to where we are now.
Go ahead.
So me and Bryant been friends for a long time. We met at the cigar shop.
Sure did.
We'll tell that story another time because that's an interesting story in itself.
Yeah.
But anyway, before the podcast show started, I used to write a blog about cigar lounges.
Yes, sir.
I'd go to different lounges and I would introduce myself to the owner and kind of get their story and give a review of the lounge. And it was just so interesting going to these different lounges that I thought, you know what? I want to actually take people with me and take them on that same journey that I'm going on so that they can hear the story from the owner themselves. So I thought, you know what, let's do a podcast. So we started that. We did our very first episode at the Train Car, which is in Big Spring, Texas. And I've got something to talk about them in a minute. Yeah. But so I started doing that, and it was just me and the cigar shop owners probably for about the first 2 months?
Yeah, first 15.
2.5 months. And then we decided we needed to add a little extra something. And I didn't know what that was. And then it hit me.
Style.
Let's bring on Big Brian. He's been on the show ever since.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I truly appreciate it, too.
Hey, man, the show's not the same because, every once in a while, Brian can't be here. Yeah. So we bring in an extra. We bring in somebody to fill in the void. And the void cannot be filled.
It's a void.
Yeah. It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
Anyway, that's how the show got started. Me and Bryant, both regular cigar smokers.
Yes.
Before the COVID hit, we were in the cigar shop 5-6 days a week.
Tell the truth.
We love smoking everything from the Connecticut Lights to the medium Habanos to the full-blown Maduros.
Yes, sir.
And so we're going to take you on this journey with us.
Most definitely.
And when it comes to pairing our cigars, we like everything from bold black coffee to a nice easy scotch to a bold bourbon. And so we're going to take you guys on a journey and let you know what we enjoy. And if you would like to let us know what you enjoy or make recommendations, go by the website, which is www.cigartalkradio.com. You can look down at the bottom. There's a contact. All you have to do is send an email and tell us what you like, and we'll take a look at it. Maybe we haven't actually tried that yet.
Tell the truth.
Now, I also want to let you know on the podcast every week, we do a weekly giveaway. And if you're interested in being a part of that opportunity, then go by the website and click on register. All you got to do is put in your name and email address. We don't send out emails.
Nope.
All we do is announce winners on the show every week on the podcast.
We talk about winners on that show.
That's right. It's all about winners.
Yes,
we're not going to be bothering you with who knows what.
Nah.
With COVID going on, you're getting enough emails. I promise you, I already know.
Every day, all day, man.
So, man, how's that Ditka doing?
Man, I'm glad the Ditka.
That's what I said, the Ditka.
I want to make sure I enunciate it correctly. The Ditka, man, it's good, man. Nice, smooth, earthy tones, a little cream. I'm getting it had a stack of dimes until I had to drop that ash because I was scared I was going to get it on the shirt. But, man, this is a good stick, man.
Man, I tell you what, this 115 is smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, I'm getting a little bit of cedar from it, a little bit of leather from it, and it's not overpowering at all. Right now, it's really like a light to medium, and I know in the second, third, it's going to start blossoming into a medium stick, but for right now, it's closer to a light medium.
And paired with this.
Let's tell everybody what we're drinking today. I'll let you have the honors.
I don't know. You talk. This is your house.
I poured him the drink. So, anyway, today we are drinking the 10-year-old Springbank Scotch. And if you haven't heard of Springbank, here's one of the things I love about it. First of all, it's ultra smooth.
Yes, it is.
You get a lot of floral from it, and then you finish up with a little peat on the end. But it's still super smooth. It's not real peaty like some of the other scotches.
Yeah, it's not.
But what I love about it is the craftsmanship behind the Springbank. And let me tell you what I mean by that is they are the last Scotch distillery that does everything the old school way by hand. They don't use computers, measurements. They don't use machines. They do everything the old way. And for them to develop and create a beautiful, smooth Scotch, and it's affordable.
Yes.
For a 10-year-old, I believe I picked this bottle up in Lubbock at Specs for, I believe, $62.
Yeah. So you're looking at a high-quality liqueur that is tasty, has a great aroma, not overpowering or strong, and still done the old-fashioned way, which you can taste the craftsmanship in it.
Right.
For $62.
And I'll tell you this. Do you know why the peatiness is so smooth on this? Because the closer the peat grows to the ocean, when it's right up along the edge, you know, when you've seen like water splashing up and it's frothy, that frothiness lightens the peaty flavor out of it. So, I mean, you still get some, but it's not overpowering.
It's like it's filtered.
Exactly.
Naturally filtered.
Yeah, exactly. So,
hey, I love how God does things, man. He naturally filters.
Right.
Why is it close to the ocean? There's a reason why. Don't worry
about it. Just enjoy that scotch, would you, sir?
That is smooth, man. That's real smooth. But in the end, it's just a great quality, man. And paired with this Ditka,
nice.
I'm sitting over chilling. You see,
both of these are good pairing. Oh, I see you lean back like you're getting ready to take a nap.
No, it's not a nap, just chilling. You know, it's that swag part of it. You got to lay back, chill, hold on.
I'm with you.
The effervescence is in the aroma. It's in the atmosphere right now.
Hey,
it's everywhere.
Let's talk about our sponsor for a minute, which is The Leaf in Abilene, Texas.
The greatest place in the world.
Man, I'm telling you, if you haven't been by The Leaf, you're missing out.
Tell the truth.
First of all, they have this humidor that's packed to the gills. I mean, from the floor to the ceiling.
True.
They're cigars.
True. He's finding things that have been in there for 4 years.
Right. And so I'll also tell you this. They're in the process of moving. They're going to move in about 2 weeks, I believe. And currently they're on North 3rd downtown, and they're going to be on North 2nd. So just about a block and a half away.
Yes, sir.
Their new humidor is like 14 by 24. It's going to be huge.
It's a vault.
I can't wait to see what he fills that humidor with.
I just hope it has a door we can open here.
No, but it does have the old Leaf door from the original Leaf. So, but anyway, guys, they have, just a crazy amount of cigars, but also if you enjoy pipe tobacco,
most definitely,
they have the largest selection that I've ever seen in Texas. I know people who drive from Lubbock all the way to Abilene, from Dallas to Abilene, just to go through his pipe tobacco.
That's correct.
He also has tons of pipes, cigar lighters, and cutters, and everything you could need. The humidors, they've got you covered.
Yes.
And so whether you live in Abilene or you're driving down I-20, it's definitely worth the stop to go by.
You're going to meet Jay because he's there, the owner.
Oh, Jay's there almost every day of the
Casey,
week.
Yeah, man. They have great tobacconists, man. You know, before COVID, it was a great atmosphere. The community was popping. But in the end, it's all about the community and what he provides. And the Leaf gives it all to you, man.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's our home away from home.
Tell the truth.
And so how many shows have we done from there? We've done
too many.
Least, at
Herfs,
least 8,
giveaways,
9, 10
contests.
shows. Yeah, we've done a lot of stuff over there at the Leaf, and I mean, we're just thankful to have him here in Abilene
because he wants to be a part of the community. He's trying to take the Leaf global. But it starts where? At home.
That's right.
Taking care of home. And it grows out from there. But he's taking care of home, and it's growing, man. I love it. Jay, keep going. You and Corey, man.
Yeah, I would, that's the one thing I wish Corey could be back down here a little bit more than normal. He lives up in Indiana?
Yeah.
He works with floodgates or something
on
like
the Corps
that.
of Engineers.
But definitely worth coming by the Leaf. And if you haven't been there before, you're going to be in for a very nice surprise.
The Leaf in Abilene.
Yes, sir. So next, coming up, we've got lighting a cigar. We're going to teach you the proper way to light a cigar. We're going to talk about lighters. We're going to talk about fuel. We're going to talk about all of it. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones, and we have the one, the only, Bryant Falconer.
Tell the truth, man.
Our co-host for Cigar Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging through the break.
Yes, sir.
So one of the things that we want to touch on, and I mean, I know a lot of guys say, I already know how to light a cigar.
So you think.
Well,
so you think.
There's always more than one way to do everything.
Tell the truth.
But let's talk about what you use to light your cigar. First of all, if you're using a Bic, you're lighting the wrong kind of a cigar. But don't use a Bic.
I'm glad I didn't say anything, right?
Yeah. So, really when it gets into the cigar world, you can use wooden matches.
Yes.
Those are great.
Yes.
But really, if you're using wooden matches, you need to be using like the long cigar wooden matches, not just the ones you have in your kitchen. Second, you can use a cedar stick. And most cigar boxes are lined in cedar. Yes. A lot of people take that out, break it into like 1-inch strips, and you can use that to light a cigar, which is fantastic if you have them. Most of the time I do not.
Me neither.
Just because I'm not organized. But I do enjoy, like when I go to the Leaf, they've got them for you and you can use them. And I love lighting a cigar with a cedar stick.
You light it, you're able to get the correct angle from it. You
and
also
it's a soft flame.
Yeah, it's a soft flame. You get a little bit of the cedar aroma coming in as you're drawing. So it's a perfect match. And it's, like you said, that soft flame is easier versus torches.
Right. And the reason, because a soft flame will cover the entire foot of the cigar when you're lighting it.
That's true.
Now, when you're lighting your cigar, you want to make sure that you're rolling the cigar, turning it as you light it. So you're covering the entire surface of the foot.
So a perfect burn, because without you have the propensity to tunnel or canoe or just mess it up because you put too much flame in one part, then you start sucking the flame because you're trying to hurry up and light it, and that causes issues. It causes issues, man.
Well, and we talked about last week the importance of cutting a cigar.
Yes, we did.
So that's the most important part starting out, cutting it correctly. But the next part is torching the bottom of the foot. You want to toast it. And what I mean by that is before you start puffing on your cigar, toast the foot all the way around to where you're just singeing the edges all the way around. And then you can see that the bottom of the foot is actually being toasted.
Yes.
And then when you get ready to start puffing on it, it will light so much easier.
Yeah.
And you're going to light the entire foot. And then you're going to have a good experience versus if you only light half of your cigar or a quarter of your cigar and start smoking it, you're going to get a canoe effect. And that means it burns down one side
and not the other.
Right. And so I know guys that smoke cigars for 30 years and I see them doing it all the time. And then they look at their cigar like, this cigar, something's wrong with it. And I'm like, no, you didn't light it.
As Bill would say, something's wrong with you.
Right.
But I love toasting because you also get the ability, the opportunity. That's where I was going. You get to smell the aroma first. Your sweet cedars, your cinnamons, They come out in the toasting, and then you're sitting there, you're looking at it like, man, this already smells good. I can't wait to start smoking it. And it gives you an opportunity to enjoy the smoke. That's the thing I love about cigar smoking. It's an experience. It's not just when you put a cigarette in your mouth and you just puff, and then put it out. With a cigar, you are enjoying the experience.
Let's give that advice right quick. If you're happening to go from cigarettes to cigars, do not inhale your cigar. Please.
Yes, please. Please.
Now, we've all done that at least once or twice on accident, but once you do it,
you'll know,
and you're not going to want to ever do it again.
But there are people I know that do that.
Well, and some people, that's how they smoke a cigar. And one, it's not good for you.
No, it isn't.
I mean, one of the reasons that I say cigars are so different than cigarettes is because you're not inhaling them
into your lungs.
Right. So I know people who do inhale cigars, but I'll tell you what, it's not good for you. So anyway, getting back, if you have a torch, which is what I have right now, the Bugatti, and it's a dual flame.
It's beautiful too.
And so when you're toasting a foot, with a torch, you want to hold it at a 45-degree angle to that foot and just kind of roll the cigar in your hand as you torch that foot. And once it gets nice and toasted all the way around, then put it in your mouth and begin to puff. And you'll have it lit in a matter of seconds if you took the time to toast the foot
correctly. And a lot of things I try to tell people is don't put the flame up on the foot when you're toasting. There's no reason to put the flame up there. There's a section between where you see the flame, and I guess it's about an inch. A little bit
that you can't see the flame, but it's still super hot.
It's still super hot, and that's what you're using to toast the foot of it.
Tobacco is not meant to be 2,600 degrees. So
that is
don't
true.
go overboard.
That's true.
So anyway, that's basically how you light. Now let's talk about lighter fluid.
Okay.
Fuel.
Okay.
So if you have a nice cigar lighter, the worst thing you can do is buy some cheap fluid. Because here's the thing, the high quality fluid is filtered at least 10 times. Mm-hmm. And if you run cheap fluid through a quality lighter, the imperfections of that fluid will clog up the jets on your lighter, and you're going to think that your lighter just quit working.
Tell the truth.
But if you go down and you buy some
quality,
Vector or some Cigar fuel that's been filtered 10, 11, 14 times, you don't have to worry about that. And I'll tell you this, I've had a lighter that had some crap fuel put through it, and we put in some good fuel, and it actually started working just like nothing was ever wrong.
We have a Bugatti lighter for the studio. You wouldn't go buy an actual Bugatti vehicle and go to Citgo and put 87 octane fuel in it, would you?
No.
Because you're defeating the purpose of the vehicle that you bought, the experience that you bought. It's the same thing with your lighter. Why would I go and spend quality money on a lighter that I want to work perfectly and put cheap fuel in it?
Right.
It makes no sense.
None at all.
None. We run jet fuel in ours. That Cigar jet fuel. That's what I call it, jet fuel.
Oh, it's the high octane.
Man, you're talking about a flame that is, it's just like it burns better. It looks like it burns better.
And that higher octane, it costs a little more.
Yeah.
But I find that you use less because it burns hotter, and I mean, you notice
cleaner.
A big difference too.
Oh, yes.
I mean, your regular 2-inch flame now goes to 3 inches, and you can turn that down a little bit and still get a good 2-inch flame by using less fuel.
Less fuel, and you still get the same burn. So the fuel affects the experience also. You know,
let's talk for just a minute though.
Go ahead.
I'm going to interrupt you here. There's a lot of cheap, crappy lighters out there. If you're going to buy a cigar lighter, it needs to have a lifetime warranty.
Tell the truth.
Because 90% of lighters that don't have a lifetime warranty will last you about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, if that long.
Yeah.
If that long.
I mean, it's unbelievable how many lighters I have in a pile that no
don't
longer
worth
work.
nothing. Yeah, they don't worth nothing. You sit back and you look at it, there's the Bugatti on the top. I have an actual Zippo that I took the insert out and put a dual flame insert.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are great.
It's great, and it's also something. It's a novelty piece because people look at it, they like, oh, a Zippo. First thing, you using a Zippo on a cigar? I'm like, hold up, click,
and it's got the double jet.
It's got the double jet.
And I'll tell you what I do like about those is how nice they fit in your pocket.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? Because you slide it in your pocket, you know it's closed. You don't have to worry about the jets clogging up. Nope. And so that's another thing. On a jet lighter, you want to make sure that you're not clogging up the jets by just having it open in your pocket with wind.
Tell the truth.
Anyway, guys, coming up next, we're going to be talking about some coffee. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
I like that. I like that. I can see his hand from over there. I'm still a running back. I got the peripheral. I said, he did that. I looked, I was like, oh.
No, that was better. You see how that worked?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep glancing over there. Yeah. But when you were doing this in like 2 minutes, I'm thinking, I got to wrap up.
Wrap it up.
And then I wrapped up and I was like, oh crap, we got 30 seconds left. The radio thing is completely different.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
it's a different experience, but it's good for us because it helps hone certain things with the podcast.
True.
It does.
Hey, so what's the next topic, bud? Oh, so you know about that, huh? The FDA ruling. The courts came back and said we are not going to cover up 30% of cigar boxes with warnings.
With warnings.
And that'll take us into all the stuff that the FDA is trying to do, what they have done, and the importance of signing up for Cigar Rights of America.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then also, I'm sure, what's the next segment? 14 minutes?
We could talk 14 minutes on that.
Well, I want to throw into though cigars for warriors.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To me, that all kind of goes together. So we'll talk about the FDA, the ruling that came back, and it was a what do you call it? A Supreme Court. I forgot what state it was in, but it was unanimous. All three judges. So because it was unanimous, there's probably not going to be a higher Supreme Court that will even take the case. No.
Especially if it's a state Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court won't even touch it because that state Supreme Court has set precedents for it. It's done. According to the federal Supreme Court, it's done.
Well, it might even have been a Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Because, they do it like 3, 5, 9.
Yeah.
So let me look that up right quick before we get started again. Let's see. FDA ruling.
Dealing with the FDA today. Who? Those freaking dumb. I'm not going to say the A. They've decided that apples are not good for you. Why? Because
it was in the U.S. Court of Appeals.
U.S. Court of Appeals. So it did go past
Washington, D.C. Circuit ruled unanimously to keep FDA warning labels off of cigars.
I mean, good. Because those FDA warnings have nothing to do with us at all. They deal with cigarettes and those million chemicals.
Even back when I smoked cigarettes, probably 20 years ago, the cigarette packs that I always liked was the one that said, if you smoke and you're pregnant, I was like,
it ain't got me.
I'm good. I'm good.
But are men pregnant all the time? Because we carry the seed.
No.
So we're always pregnant.
No.
And you blow. Oh, shut up.
Whoa.
Hey, you leaned way back then.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. All right, Luke, I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and then we'll go. 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We do have co-host Bryant Falconer in the studio with us. How you doing, Bryant?
Still doing good.
Nice. Hey, so something I want to talk about is, if you are a cigar aficionado, connoisseur, community, there's a big fight going on with the FDA.
Yes, correct.
And it's never ending. And it seems like we never make any headway.
No.
But earlier this week, we had a win.
Okay.
The U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled unanimously against the FDA enforcing a warning label that covers 30% of the cigar box.
Wow. A unanimous decision.
It was unanimous. And here's the thing, and I read the whole article, and one of the things is they couldn't prove how that would detour people from smoking cigars.
Yeah, because I'm not smoking the box.
Right. And then also the cigar industry proved that box is protected under the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
So it's an art piece.
It is.
And to cover it with 30% or 30% of the box with warning labels.
An unwarranted seizure. That's what I think of it as.
Well, let me tell you this. We ordered a box of cigars from Korea last year. Not we, but Jay at the Leaf. And it was a special box of cigars for a Vietnam veteran.
Okay.
And this was a particular cigar that him and his men smoked in Vietnam.
Okay.
And the only place they could actually find that brand of cigars was in Korea.
Okay.
So they ordered them for the reunion of these guys to get back together, which I thought was super cool.
Understandable.
And when the box arrived, they have that law in Korea.
Wow.
And 30% of the box was covered not in a warning label as like text, but in a photograph of like a premature baby born, and it was just awful looking. And that's the picture they put across the top of the cigar box.
Dude, that's like R-rated.
I mean,
who wants to see that?
It was, and it's not related to cigars.
At all.
Come on, let's be real.
Oh,
and I mean, I've never seen a pregnant woman smoking cigars. I'm just saying. I mean, we know that women have really come on the scene in the cigar industry.
That's true.
And so I don't know where they got that a woman who was pregnant was smoking cigars, but it was really disturbing. But let's back up a minute and talk about the FDA.
Okay.
So first of all, the FDA was charged with taking tobacco on.
Yeah, that's what they did.
And first of all, they're not qualified because tobacco was originally governed by the ATF.
Tell the truth.
So when the FDA was charged, first of all, they didn't get more manpower. They didn't get more budget.
Nor training.
And they were just forced to, here's tobacco. We want you to put up a fight.
Yeah.
And so they weren't prepared. They don't know the difference between a cigar
and a cigarette. Nope.
Or chewing tobacco.
Tell the truth.
Or snuff. And here's the thing. Premium cigars are not cigarettes.
Nope.
It's a premium tobacco plant, and there's no chemicals.
None.
It's aged. It's fine tobacco. Every cigar has touched 2,000 hands to get from seed to ash.
Tell the truth.
And so for the FDA to treat all tobacco the same, it doesn't make any sense.
It's the pigeonholing. Okay, it's tobacco, so it falls up under this. No, it doesn't.
Well, unfortunately, it does because that's the way they've done it.
Yeah, to them.
So, that leads me into, if you're not a member of Cigar Rights of America, it's $25 a year. They're not sponsoring us. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a cigar smoker and you smoke cigars regularly and you enjoy cigars, you need to be a member of Cigar Rights of America. And let me tell you this, for $25 a year, they also send you 2 premium cigars
off the top.
And so, I mean, let's just say a premium cigar costs $10. It's only costing you an additional $5 to help have your voice heard on Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Yes. Every day. Because that's what they're tasked to do, to fight for you, to speak for you. They don't know who I am. They don't know who Brian Falconer is, but they do know who the lobbyists are for Cigar Rights America, because they're right there in their face telling them, okay, these are the things that you're saying and they're incorrect. And they're giving them the correct information to make that decision on. And that's what we need. As long as Cigar Rights of America is on our side and talking for us, there's no reason for us to we shouldn't have to worry. We shouldn't. But we do understand that we're dealing with the government.
Well, Cigar Rights of America, I believe, only existed since 2008.
Yeah.
Because prior to 2008, we never thought we would need Cigar Rights of America.
Never.
Because the landscape has changed with the politics getting in the way.
I mean,
they get...
I'm stop. Yeah.
Well, we talked about it one time before. Last year, in 2019, the FDA actually quit monitoring and enforcing how many cherries you put in a frozen cherry pie.
Yeah. How
Now, here's my thing. If there's not enough cherries in the cherry pie, then the next time I buy one, I'm not buying that pie.
Tell the truth.
I'll take care of how many cherries
I don't
are in the
need for
cherry
you to
pie.
tell me what to do.
Right.
Especially when it comes down to minuscule things like that. How many cherries in a cherry pie? Or if I want to smoke a cigar or a cigarette. That's
Right.
my choice.
Now I'm on the same boat with you.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to smoke a cigarette, I'm an adult.
Yes.
I should be able to do whatever I want to do as long as it doesn't infringe upon other people.
Yeah. I understand trying to keep children, impressionable children, from certain things. Yes. Allow them to grow up and make their own decisions. But once a person is grown, that's their decision. As long as it's not breaking the law, or as you said, infringing upon somebody else's rights or their freedom, what the heck do you have? What?
And you remember when we were teenagers, you remember Joe Camel.
Oh,
I mean, I can understand not allowing that type of marketing because that was geared towards kids. If you don't remember, it was a cartoon character that was this cool camel with sunglasses and this cool blue suit. And he was always smoking a cigarette.
For Camel cigarettes. Yes, sir.
And so I can understand that, but cigars are not marketed to underage minors.
Nope.
And so it shouldn't be governed the same way as cigarettes are. It just shouldn't.
It's about thinking and common sense, man.
Well, they take all the common sense out and they just cookie cutter, boom.
Everything.
And this is the way we're going to do it. And it's not right. And it infringes upon my rights, your rights, and everyone else who wants to enjoy a premium cigar. Now, in case you didn't know, this FDA has imposed a new law that if you don't have a grandfathered recipe for a cigar, which is the blend. And so if you don't know what a blend is when you take different tobacco leaves and you mix them together to come up with a certain flavor profile, a strength. And so if you don't have a recipe for that, I believe it's prior to 2014.
Wow.
I could be wrong on that date, but if it doesn't predate that, then your recipe doesn't count.
But see here,
and you can't bring that cigar to market unless you spend about $250,000 on testing.
For what? It's still just a leaf.
It's just a leaf. And it's not any chemicals.
No.
So how can you enforce that? That is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
We have to understand the importance and the need for your voice. Cigar Rights of America does that. Me being ex-military, I loved Cigar for Warriors because they looked out for us. You know, you could be overseas and you know, the one thing you may be missing at home, they send you a package and here it is. You get a box full of cigars. Okay. Now you're taking that away from the soldiers and sailors too.
Right.
You're taking that away from them. Why? The only thing they remember from home that they can actually get that can be shipped to them. You know, you can't ship their car to them, but you can send them a nice quality cigar. And after we've gone through a day of craziness, sit back and chill with the commander and everybody. We just sit back chilling, smoking a cigar and just unwinding from what we had to go through.
And are you aware that when it comes to soldiers overseas, the number one requested item is cigars? And the reason why is because that's some of the downtime that they get to enjoy the camaraderie, the relaxation.
To come down from what you had to deal with that day. You know, and it's not just modern military that's dealing with this. Goes back to almost the Korean War, even past that. The World War II, because my grandfather told me about how they used to ration the men cigars and cigarettes. You know, these things were what these people, you know, it gave them the opportunity to come down. And what are they fighting for? Our freedom. Our freedom to choose a cigar if I want it.
Right. Well, hey, since you brought it up, let's talk about Cigars for Warriors.
Yes, sir.
Here's the thing. This is one of the best, and I do mean best, charities I know that are out there. Because not one single person in that organization takes a salary. They don't take a dime.
Nope.
100% of what is donated goes to the men and women overseas.
Yes, sir.
And I believe they got the Platinum Charity Award, which only 5% of all charities in the nation can get that.
Because they're showing that it's about the soldiers. It's about the sailors. It's about the airmen. It's about the seamen. It's about those individuals, taking care of them. to be 100% volunteer and then be able to do the things that they do. Because they don't just send cigars over. They send
all kinds
everything.
of things. Magazines. They send books. They send PlayStations.
It's that R&R time, that ability for a military member that has gone through some craziness, stuff you don't see every day.
Right.
I'm from a place where we had a lot of violence, but it was nowhere near what I saw when I joined the military. And then to be able to come down and somebody from home still thinking about me enough to send me a stick, to send me maybe a magazine, or like you said, they send us PlayStation and Xbox games over there so that we can have something to come down off of. I truly appreciate it. And then the people that work there not expecting or accepting a dime for it. It's all volunteer.
Yeah, you've got Storm Bowen out of Lubbock. I don't know if he's called the president, but he's the overall leader. Mm-hmm. He's a veteran. Mm-hmm. We've got Vic down in San Angelo. These guys are constantly going to cigar shops and doing events, getting donations, and they just do it because they care.
Yes.
And so hats off to that whole organization.
Most definitely.
And the benefits that they do, the impact that they have is unbelievable.
Come on.
I mean, I've talked to some guys who have been overseas, and one of the first things that they talk about in the cigar shop is when we got this package.
We got this package. This was in there. Oh, I remember smoking this when I was in Afghanistan. We got this package, and they sent 4 or 5 of them, and I got to get one. You see the excitement in it.
Right.
Here's a person that's over there fighting for our freedom, and then they got excited because Cigars for Warriors sent them a package, and there was some sticks in there. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. If you're a cigar smoker, you should definitely look into Cigars for Warriors because it's something special. It's not just about us. And we know the cigar community is all about giving back.
Yes, sir.
And so it's a no-brainer. Check out Cigars for Warriors. You can find them online. I believe it's at cigarwarriors.org.
Yeah,
and they do a lot, so go by and check them up. Coming up next, we've got a special surprise for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Don't do anything. Where are you going? Oh, don't fall. You know what? You say that. Yeah. Hey, you fall and tear everything down, we're going to kick the shit out of you. Oh, man. So we're doing pretty good on the schedule, right?
Yeah.
What's our next topic? Well, think of something quick.
Hey, you gotta be saying cigartalkpodcast.com.
I said cigartalkradio.com.
Or whatever the actual.
Okay.
You gotta be saying it every single segment.
Okay. We'll do that this segment coming back.
Like, at the end of it is the perfect time where you were going out. You like what you heard?
That's a good idea. You know what? We should even put that on the. Hey, we should even put that on the soundboard. Like, instead of just having the music, I hit that button, and it's just already, hey, if you like what you're listening to, go to blah, blah, blah.
Whatever you want to do.
So, Bryant, basically the whole radio show is going to be a video, plus the pre-show of this, and we'll upload that for the Patreons only. Where's Bryant? Oh, he's outside beside the shed. You better get your canoe out there.
Man, I had
you gonna get on that log?
Yeah. And a gallon of water plus others today.
How's that cucumber lemonade?
Dude, that stuff is good.
Cucumber lemonade?
Yes.
I may have to go get me some.
Yes.
Hey, you're not drinking up your scotch very good.
I'm just not swallowing. I'm sipping.
So am I.
You are a puffer.
I still got some
and a
left.
swallower.
Oh, so next week we are going to try to have a guest.
Okay.
But the guest is going to be on with both of us, and it's going to be Jamie Stevens, our cigar review girl.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I looked at you.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get her on, and that'll be a great segment. Hey, so I said a surprise is coming up.
What is it? You don't know yet?
I don't know.
What about the train? You said you was going to say something about the train car.
That's not a surprise. That's they actually have shut them down because they sell alcohol, so they won't even let them sell cigars. Isn't that some BS? I mean, man, I'm concerned for those guys because
wow.
I mean, he's hurting.
Wow.
I may have to drive over there Friday and pick up some sticks.
Here we go.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, here we go. Cookie cutter. You do this, so this is gonna. You can't do any other. Well, just take the liquor license. Suspend the liquor license.
We will cover all the liquor.
Put it up.
But you're right. If you just suspend the liquor license, but he said because they have the 51% sign.
Yeah. So it's what's his name?
Brent.
What is it?
ATF.
ABC.
Oh, TABC.
TABC, yeah. Alcohol Beverage and Commission.
This segment's only 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So
you can handle that. No, I'm with you, bro. You know I got you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. So I still don't know what the surprise is going to be.
It's 100 degrees in Texas. That's not a surprise either.
Tomorrow, it's going to be 32 degrees.
What? Yes, in my refrigerator.
You know what? Let's come back and say, all right, I'm going to level with you guys. I've been drinking. There's no surprise. How about that?
That 10-year has got him.
That's what we're going to do.
I was sitting there looking like, what is a surprise? And he's like, I'm drunk.
No, I'm not going to say I'm drunk.
I know.
I tell you what, man, I'm going to need that light getting a little hot.
Dude, they gave me 1 million napkins. We got a shop lighter. Now we have shop napkins. I don't know. I guess it's because of the air conditioner blowing hard this way. Because
you're right in it.
Yeah, because
you're right in it.
I can't take heat, man.
Hey, you got the best seat in the house.
I'm thankful because if I was sitting over there by you, brother, this would be dark maroon,
dude. Yeah, I'm over here sweating.
They'd be looking.
What is it? It's 80 degrees.
Yeah, he'd have it on there, and they'd be like, "Man, what's all them spots on, bro?" Sweat.
He's a leopard.
He's a leopard. That gallon of water he drank today is coming out rather fresh.
Hey, so it doesn't seem as pixelated this time, does it?
No, it's just we put that light right there.
Nice. Well, we also adjusted the camera ISO because I think we have it on like 600 or 800 instead of like 2000. And that 2000, it brightens everything up, but in order to do so, it gets real pixelated.
I got you. You're highlighting the swag. That's what.
Okay, what are we going to talk about besides I've had something to drink and there's no surprise?
I don't know. You said we want to talk about lighters, not just lighting them. We never talked about a lighter except for the Bugatti.
Okay.
That was the only one we talked about. And the Zippo that I talked about.
Right.
I put the insert in.
So do you know how many freaking lighters there are?
Dude, I have a list of 5.
Dude. Okay. I'm going to let you talk about the lighters.
Black Label Dominator Gun by Lotus. $69.
What's it look like? Okay. That's not any. You said gun.
Yeah.
Is it gun metal?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not named a gun.
That's what it's called.
It's called the gun?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Because of the gun label.
Because that lighter I got that looks like a gun.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a weapon.
That Colt 45, that's a lighter.
I know.
But it's got a leak.
Like me?
Yeah.
The Vertigo Big Buddha Table Lighter Quad.
What's it look like? Well, you did something.
Oh, damn. Where'd it go? Open it up.
Oh, I know what the big surprise can be.
Talk to me.
You can go to our website, www.cigartalkradio.com, click on the contact, and the first 3 people to email us that heard us on the radio gets a Cigar Talk poker chip and sticker.
Give them Do you still have any of the originals?
No.
So
The
you
black
got-
and whites.
Yeah, so you just got the red.
I got the red, the purple, the blue.
Give them one of each and a sticker.
Negative.
That's just for one winner.
We're going to do 3 winners.
So do you have 9 of them? Not 3 of each?
Barely.
You're not working with me, Rob. You're not working. Because one.
Hey. Do we have an ashtray that we can get? Not that one.
He looked at his people of it. Not that one.
You know what? You know what?
What?
I got an ashtray.
You sure?
Yeah. And then we're only going to do 1 winner.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember in that Drew Estates, was there an ashtray in there? That Drew Estates 10 that I won.
Are you texting Jay?
We'll call her.
Oh, okay. Dude, I am so freaking hot over here. Why you sitting over there with a chill? Because I'm gay.
He says that's a lie. I'm here. Jay, hello? Hey, in that how you doing, sir? In that Drew Estates 10 that I won, is there an ashtray in there?
Hi, Jay.
You think it's you say it's a black ashtray in there? Okay.
There's an ashtray, metal, 3 case.
Tell him we didn't ask him what else was in there. We just
Okay.
asked if there's an ashtray.
You hear Rob over there talking noise. But that's what I need to know because we're going to give that away on the radio show.
Oh, kick ass.
All right,
If
sir.
you need any more prizes,
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Hey. We were thinking about giving away a full body massage. Would you be available for that?
I probably looked that up, but I'm not good at it.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey, where's Tina when you need her?
All right. Thank you.
Hey, you know how everybody makes fun of that chick that they call the dirt?
Yeah.
Have you seen her picture?
No.
Oh, I got her
heard of it.
picture. So anyway, you know who our dirt is? Tina.
Tina.
Like Joe Dirt.
Joe
but Miss
Dirt.
Dirt.
Dirtay.
All right, we're going to hit the road. So we're giving away a Drew Estate ashtray.
Ashtray.
Awesome. Okay. Now, what did they got to do to win
You
it?
tell me. You said the first.
What do you think? How about the 15th person? But here's
Yeah.
the thing I don't like is the show airs in Lubbock at 11. How do I know which show they heard?
It doesn't. What I'm saying is you give them time. So say 3:30. The first person at 3:30 from you, not you don't tell them, but the first person because they don't know that they're coming on at 2 different times. They're just thinking I'm the first one. So we have 2. One show is in Lubbock, one is in here. The very first person gets one of them, and then the first person after.
Oh, you know what? I'll give that away.
Okay.
That travel humidor.
That's still 2. That's still to be 2.
Yeah.
So you got one gets an ashtray, one gets the travel humidor. The first just say the first person, but we'll know we'll be looking for the first person after 2 shows.
Okay.
Or tell them where you heard it at.
You got to send us an email. Let us know what radio station you
Yes.
heard it from.
Yes.
And the first person gets
Yeah.
either an ashtray or a travel humidor.
Yeah. So that means that both of them will be able to go out and the person will be like, well, I got the ashtray.
Right.
See,
I got you.
that covers it.
Okay, cool. That work for you, bro? Dude, you have answered when called.
Give me time to think. You put me in that pressure
Hey.
situation. I start acting like a cop again.
I'm not.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I only shot.
Ask
only
questions later.
Yeah, I fired my weapon once. No, twice. Because we had that dude try to drive at
Hey,
us.
what about the time when you shot it off in your holster like Barney Fife?
Never. I had a 3-point holster. I could not do that.
Nice.
I actually had to hit a button, twist it, and then pull it out.
And then when you aim at someone, where does it go from your holster? It's supposed to go
Punch.
here to here
No.
to here.
No, because when you bring it in front of you, have the propensity. Some people will squeeze in front of them, and what are you going to shoot then? Your dick. So we were taught, come from the hip, push. It's always push, and that was my muscle memory. That's what I learned to do. I could do that in my sleep.
The only muscle memory you got is your jaws flapping.
No, it ain't.
Oh, yeah.
I got this
Sorry.
one too.
Hey,
Damn, we filming, man. I'm tripping. I'm straight tripping. Oh, it's 10 years. Got me. I'm the one that made the mistake.
I just had to have a little bit more. Not much. All right. So we got the giveaway. What else are we talking about this segment? Lighters?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
lighter.
doing top 5 lighters.
Let me go back.
Of your choice. These are Bryant's top 5.
Yeah.
Okay? That way it gives us the option to come back another time and do my top 5.
Gotcha.
Because I'm sure our top 5s are going to be way more. Because there's so many freaking lighters.
There's too many.
I looked them up online today.
Too many.
Dude, I bet there's like 3.4 billion.
2.4 billion junk.
All right.
1 billion of them.
All right, I'm going to hit go.
Good money on.
Hey, now we're going to look at me. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have Bryant Falconer, our co-host, in the studio, and we are doing pretty good. We got some scotch going. We got some cigars going.
Yes.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about the special surprise.
Special.
So we're going to do a giveaway today.
Yes.
And we're going to give away an ashtray, a cigar ashtray, and we're going to give away a travel humidor. So if you don't know what a travel humidor is, it's a little case you put your cigars in so it keeps them humidified. Humified. So anyway.
That's another made up Texas word.
Yes. Humified. So anyway, what we're going to do is you got to send us an email. And the first email that we get, and with the name of the station that you're listening to, that person is going to receive either the cigar ashtray or the humidor.
Yes, sir.
We're going to give away 2 because we're doing 2 different stations. One's in Lubbock, one's in Abilene. So don't be looking like I wasn't supposed to go all that. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. So go by our website, which is www.cigartalkradio.com. Click on the contact and send an email. And in the subject line, say first email. And then I'll be looking for it.
And in the body.
And in the body, put the name of the station and your name and address. And if you're the winner, I'll ship this right out to you.
You really sound like a radio personality.
Oh, my.
cigartalkradio.com.
So anyway, guys, we're going to give those away. And hopefully, if you win, you'll take a picture and send it to us. And we'll post that on our website as well.
Yes.
So earlier, we talked about how to light a cigar. We didn't really get into the guts of good cigar lighters. So we're going to let Bryant give you his top 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So you got 5 for us.
Yeah.
All right.
And when it comes to cigar lighters, there's so many to choose from. It's difficult.
There's like a million
to find
cigar lighters.
The best cigar lighters for the money. When it costs a major factor, because you're spending money on something that you want to last for a while. It's not something that you want to use for a couple of weeks and then you got to buy another one.
Yeah, it's not a big.
No. So here are my top 5. Starting off with the Black Label Dominator by Lotus. It comes in a gunmetal color. It's a 3 or 4 jet, $69.95.
So that's kind of pricey. I mean,
but
if it's quality. And what kind of warranty does it have?
Well, with Lotus, it's lifetime.
Lifetime warranty.
These 5 are lifetime warranties.
Okay. I want to make sure, because if I'm spending that kind of money,
I'm not,
you know what I mean? I don't want to be a month out and be like, this sucks.
Not me, because that would really hurt my feelings.
Okay.
The next one is the Vertigo Big Buddha table lighter, and it's a quad.
Let me see a picture of that. Let me see that. Oh, wow. So that's a table lighter.
Yes, and it's $39.99.
That's not bad. And who makes that?
Vertigo.
I
got a couple of Vertigos.
Okay.
I like Vertigo lighters because my first jet I got was a Vertigo, and it was a quad jet. I still have it.
It still works?
Still works.
Oh, well, then you can't beat it.
And I spent $27 for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not at all. The next one, kind of pricey, but when you hear the name, you'll understand. Cigar Aluminum Dual Jet.
Well, let me see a picture of that one. I know. Okay, that's a nice lighter. Yeah. That's a nice lighter.
$79.99.
And what kind of torch is it?
Double.
Okay.
Double jet.
And when I get the double, kind of like this Bugatti, I like it when the two come together
to form
make
one flame. Yes, right. Because then you get a perfect flame.
Yeah.
Number 4 will be correction. That's 3, I think. Oh, this is 4.
No, you got number 4.
Yeah. Is again.
Put the scotch down, would you?
Yeah. It's the Vector Elite Dual Flame Combo.
Now, I'm a Vector fan.
Yes.
Let me see a picture of that one. Oh, yeah.
$35.
That's a bargain.
That's for a Vector.
For a Vector lifetime warranty.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about Vector in case you didn't know this. Vector is the last lighter company that actually has in-house repairmen. So you send it to them and they actually repair it on site at the plant and no questions asked.
That's worth $35.
That's worth $35.
That's worth $35.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Vector.
100%. That's worth $35, man. I'm serious. Then my next one is a Vertigo Cyclone Triple Flame. And I actually have this one.
Do you really?
Yes.
And what's that? That one looks like a value.
$10.
Are you serious?
$10.
Wow.
And I've had this lighter for 2 years.
How many jets?
2.
2. Nice.
No, this one is actually a triple flame.
Oh.
The one I had is the double flame. But I've had mine for going on 2 years now.
Wow. Good.
And it still works.
Yeah.
Every time. You click the button, the top pops off.
And that's a lifetime warranty.
Yes.
For $10.
$10.
Now, we'll say this. When you send in your lighter to them, all you have to pay for is the shipping.
That's it.
And back. And basically, I read through their warranty actually today. And what it said was there's no questions asked why it's not working. Mm-hmm. So you run it through the washing machine. They don't care.
They don't.
As long as it's not broken.
It comes down to
if it's in pieces.
Then they can't do anything about it. Because
right.
that's how do they term that? That's willful destruction. Willful destruction. But I have one that is I'm actually going to get for my Zippo. It's a Vertigo insert.
Oh, I saw those.
Yeah.
I was actually on their website earlier today.
Because I got a Zippo case that has the regular Zippo lighter insert in it.
With the fluid.
With the fluid and the wick. But I want to use that one also for my cigars, for my sticks. So
what I always hated about the Zippos?
What was that?
Is when you first fill those and put it in your pocket and all that fluid runs down your leg and it's just on fire.
It's on fire,
dude.
Yeah. I remember that.
Anybody who's ever had a Zippo, at least the first time or two that you filled it, experienced that burn.
The thing that makes me upset about a Zippo is not knowing how much of a wick you have left.
I never used one long enough to it matter.
Man, I got a Zippo that my grandfather gave me.
So when did he buy it?
I don't know, but I know he had it my entire life, and I'm in my 50s.
Wow.
I'm in my 50s, man.
When you say 50s, early 50s?
Early right, 50s. Just got there.
Just
50s.
Checking, man. With that white beard, I thought it might be late 60s.
Hey, that's dealing with you know who. And I'm not talking about my spouse. No.
Oh, I was going to say, how long you been married?
No, not talking about my spouse. But a good quality lighter is going to cost you a little bit, or you can find those diamonds in the rough, like the Vertigo that was $10. But with a lifetime guarantee, and like you said, with what was it, Vector?
Vector.
It doesn't matter what you do to it other than willful destruction.
Right.
They're going to fix it. And then the blessing to me that you just taught me, they can have their own in-house shop.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Last one.
Quality.
Yes.
Here again, quality. Taking care of the consumer, making sure that everything is perfect for you. So in the end,
you know what I love about Vector is they also have their own butane that's filtered 14 times.
14 times. You always talk about that.
Dude, it's the cleanest fuel out there. Mm-hmm. And it's really not that expensive. I think you can get 4 cans for $28.
Again, going back to the last segment. When you have a quality fuel in there, you get a quality flame, you get a quality burn. Everything is perfect. And that's what you're looking for. I tell with my son, he is like, Daddy, because he's a, what's that e-cigarette thing?
Oh, vapors.
Yeah, he's a vape. No. He's like, what do you like about that? I said, man, it's an experience. He said, I kind of noticed because every time when you start, you got a smile on your face. Yeah, from the cut to the last puff, baby.
Right.
It's an experience, man.
Well, let me say, I've just about finished this 115
we
Aurora.
yeah.
And it's been a good quality smoke. I really have enjoyed it. This Springbank Scotch, it's been a delight.
Most definitely, man. You know how much I love Camacho anyway, but this Dick it's a home run for me right now. It's just over the fence.
Yeah, we want to thank Todd
yes.
Bornum for those because he sent those to us.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, hey, guys, we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week with a special guest. So you guys have a great week. Until next time,
keep smoking.